Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the press. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Africa Group of Negotiators press conference this morning. It's my pleasure to present to you the chair of the African Group of Negotiators, Mr. Tosi Mpanu, and Mr. Fred Kosam from Malawi, one of the negotiators and part of the African Group of Negotiators. Mr. Mpanu will be giving you a brief update on what's happening with the negotiations at the moment. And after that, as usual, we'll have time to field questions from the floor. And the questions will be answered by both Mr. Mpanu and Mr. Kosam. So without further ado, over to you.
Thank you. I would just like to correct something because it's the last day of the COP, maybe I should be called the outgoing chair, because we have just selected our incoming chair will be Emmanuel Lamini from Swaziland, in line with the principles of rotation among the 5 African sub-regions. And the incoming chair will be working closely with Fred Kosam from Malawi when it comes to the communication strategy of the group. It's a pleasure, as usual, to be here. Today's the last day of the COP, so it's a do or die. As I've repeatedly said, we, as an African group, we want Durban to be a COP that stays as one of the milestones of this climate change process. So we want to leave Durban with concrete deliverables, and we believe that it is more than possible to do so. We do understand that our partners from the EU and some other KP parties are willing to go into a second commitment period of the Kyoto Protocol, given that certain conditions are met. We, as an African group, we are strongly committed to the framework and the rules and the transparency of the Kyoto Protocol. We would not like to abandon it too quickly. So we want a second commitment period. At its conclusion, we will be willing to look at a more comprehensive agreement that can capture all emitters, even the least developed countries, so that in the context of common but differentiated responsibility, we can do our fair share to deal with this climate change phenomenon. Now, questions are: what should be the final legal form? What should be the timeline? And I must say that us, the African group, we are of the view that one should not prejudge too quickly of what the final legal form should be. We agree that we should have a legal outcome, an outcome that should be binding to all of us. But now, what form will it be? Is it a treaty? Is it a protocol? That remains to be negotiated. Also, the timeline. We're hearing from our partners that maybe we should look at the 2020 time horizon, while the second commitment period that they are envisaging will end. For us, that first commitment period of the Kyoto Protocol should be one that doesn't go until 2020, but 2017, because we need to undertake action as fast as possible. So a 2020 timeline is one where we believe we may find ourselves in a situation where we are complacent. We want the timeline to be shortened so that we can undertake action as soon as possible. So we believe that that mandate or so-called roadmap, although I don't like that word because we do have already a roadmap, the one from Bali. If certain conditions are met, it is my understanding that we will have a second commitment period of the KP, and we will have, we believe, what we want to see as far as finance is concerned. Maybe we won't be able to finalize the discussions on the sources of finance, but we will go here with a framework of a fund whose governance is established, and we'll see how we can, with a stepwise approach, look at how to fill in that fund. But it is important that the governance of that fund ensures that it doesn't remain an empty vault. Also, when people tell us that, well, we don't want an empty shell,